Tim Betts and Joe Kapua now coming out in Violent Tendencies, the A team for this double-driven boat. For the Coleman Marine, the Downs Group and NZ Riverjet waiting for the green. Away they go. So Betsy down into Lucas now. Go back on yourself. I thought that during the day that going back up the channel that you previously come from was going to create a bit of a washing machine effect. Not so, very fortuitous. Reasonable line down through the middle, picking up the pace. Now it is the fast part of the track. Just squeeze that accelerator. Don't let it off. See if you've got the kahunas to get in and out of there. No worries at all for Betsy's Violent Tendencies in the last part of this lap, heading around the mouth fresh, all-important corner. Did it beautifully, did Tim Betts, and that's a 50.629.
Now, I talked to these guys, KV, at the lunch break, and they were having battery problems. They've been through 3 batteries in 2 rounds, and that just doesn't happen. So whether it's a bad batch, they don't know, but yeah, that's the only problem that they're having at the moment is a bad battery. Of course, it's not just a starting battery, it's one that drives the whole lot. So, if you ain't got that, you can't get on the water.
Yeah, no electric. So really interesting because they missed, both A and B drivers missed the first 2 qualifying rounds down in Wanaka. They did get it sorted out, but it will now be Stuart Latham and Kendra Death. Kendra Death, the paint shop supervisor. Stuart Latham, the supervisor with Heron Construction. As we said, his first time back on the water for quite some time after a bit of a rough year last year. And, he's just the same old Stuart Latham, just having a smile, having a laugh, having a chat to everybody in the pit paddock area. Got off the accelerator there for a little bit, just had to take a breath, and again into that left-hander. That isn't a boat problem, ladies and gentlemen. That's the driver just taking his foot off the accelerator. So Stuart Latham had a lot more confidence in qualifying 4. Now into 5, just seems to have lost that slight little edge, which is also important come this time of the day.
Yeah, again, Covey, you say that could be that lunch break curse, mate, and having that break, because he was certainly looking pretty. Just backs off as he comes past the commentary box there, comes back round into the money corner. Here he comes, hammer down, and what's he going to finish with, folks? A 49.717 for the Chaos boat of Stewie Latham and Kendra Death. But, I don't know, KV, I reckon he could have gone better than that.
Yeah, just a few moments of hesitation there for Stuart. Just that elongated lunch break there, just creating that little bit of slight doubt. And when you just decelerate there, just not bringing the confidence that he had in qualifying 4 through to qualifying 5. He'll be happy to get that one under his belt and look forward to going into the top 9. It will now be Rick and Jazz Flower Day. ZB Homes out of the Bay of Plenty. So if you're looking for a home, get down there, have a chat to Rick Flowerday, the managing director down there. Jazz Flowerday, the student at ACG Tauranga. So what will these guys do? Love how Rick approaches this. Early in the day, he was just going gently, gently, gently. Now we're into the business end of the day. He's really starting to fire up this Stinger race hull.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't appear like he's going to go slow, Cave. He wants to put the hammer down and absolutely drive everything he can out of this boat. A smooth transition. How deep's he going to go here? Oh, great line. Great line. Back through the centre of the course.
You notice how he rolled off the accelerator going into that central chute instead of the full deceleration, unsettling the boat. The man's really coming to the fore. Grabs a little bit of the crosswash, which unsettled this Stinger boat through that part of the track. He's rolling off the accelerator instead of fully releasing it. Really picking up some great skills here is Rick Flowerday getting across the line. His greatest time of the day with a 47.404.
Yeah, that's definitely showing them how to do it, KV, that's for sure. Couple into into this qualifying round now, and definitely that rolling off the throttle instead of backing right off, certainly paying dividends there.
Yeah, if you're stabbing at it, if you're pulling off too quickly or stabbing at the accelerator, it really upsets the handling of the boat. If you decrease the acceleration too much, what will happen is the water's not exiting the jet unit. It'll lift the back of the boat up because the water's got nowhere to go. It's called reversion. You do that too much, you'll lose all control, bang it straight into the bank. Clayton and Masney, Tisdall now.
Mate, new engine, again, you sent me out on my errands. I didn't get any lunch because you sent me out to do my errands. So I come back, talk to these guys at the lunch break, and they both give me the thumbs up on the new engine, but they're still a bit uncertain in how much it actually can give. So Clayton's still a wee bit reserved on the throttle here, folks, but he'll be looking to open it up now. They're getting a lot more confident the more time they spend in the seat with this engine behind them, that's for sure. A nice, smooth transition as they come through the centre of the course. What's the line they take here? Oh, great drive from Clayton there.
Oh, a little bit late around that right-hander. He was hesitant. He took it too late. Then he had to knife it into the centre chute. That cost him plenty. But geez, I tell you, when you're running a boat with 100 more horsepower than you used to, all of a sudden those corners are coming up a lot quicker. And I think you'll find that that was the reason that Clayton Tisdall was very close to sticking it up in the dirt. Great time for him though with a 47.318, 47.318. He's got about 100 more horsepower in this boat than he's used to having. Those corners coming up too quickly, heading to that middle chute. You saw that all of a sudden he was at the apex, and then he was past it and really needed to correct very quickly to get it sorted out.
Yeah, but did correct quickly enough to get down the right chute, and very little rotational errors coming now, KB, which is good. They've got the run of this track. These guys up here with us are getting they're sitting here with their arms folded now because there's no one making any errors. So that's a good sign and great for the racing.
As Sean and Faye Rice, Elite Kitchens, Dream It, Live It and Monster Energy. Sean saying that down the back chute in the fastest part of the racetrack, the boat getting a little bit jittery down there. So he'll be all over this one. The former sprint car driver turned his attention to sprint boats, and wow, what a way he's gone about it. Just bogged it down out of Lucas there a little bit. You heard the change of engine noise as the wheels spun a little bit, just waiting for the boat to pick up the traction. Of course, the power range of these vessels is sort of up to about 6,800 revs. They make torque. They're not a high-end running engine, so it's all about torque.
They really open it up now, KB. You're into the knuckle part of the season, the day, sorry. They open it up down that back straight. Look at them to come through the money part of the course again. Oh, dropped a little bit there, but this is going to be a spectacular time, folks. 45.161 and straight to the top, P1. What a fantastic run. I did put them under a little bit of pressure. I told them they were driving sweet. It's pretty sweet, but I reckon they could go faster, so put their money where their mouths are this time, and I bet you, cool as a cucumber, I bet Faye had the phone in there giving everybody a Facebook update as well.
Yeah, could well do. I'm not sure if I'm on the friend list there to be able to receive that. But we go. Ross Travers, Radioactive, Amanda Kitto doing the navigational duties. So Ross Travers now. This Stinger boat absolutely set up beautifully. And as we said earlier, Ross Travers does all of the work on this boat. The 8.25 inch jet unit versus the 8.5 inch jet unit. And you would think that this track with the wide open expanses here at Meremere would suit the 8.5s, but Ross Travers isn't letting him get too far out of touch. He's still nipping at the heels.
I'll tell you what, talking to these guys at lunch break as well, see, I did everything you wanted me to do, KB, and talking to Amanda, she said she felt a bit seasick after qualify too. So Ross said, right, well, we've just got to go a bit faster so you don't feel nothing. So he wants to put the hammer down. This is going to be a great time as well for Super Mario. A 45.181 straight into, where does he go to?
P2.
P2, there we go. Great drive. That's probably their best of the day, folks. 45.181.
And only 0.02 slower than the Elite Kitchens vessel of Sean Rice. So Ross Travers really tweaking up the radioactive machine. It is now reigning New Zealand champions Ollie Silverton and Jetsprint, reigning world champions as well. They had a bit of an issue during qualifying round number 2, took it back to the trailer, the engine, the boat, everything A-OK. It was just precautionary. He felt a weird vibration in the boat. They suspect it might have been just a little bit on the blades there. So they sorted that one out. But Ollie Silverton now wants to start putting his stamp on round number 4 of the PSP New Zealand Jet Sprinting Championships and better the time that Sean Rice put down of a 45.161.
Tell you say that, Toby, very interesting. I was just watching the Sean and Faye get out of the boat. The boat took off to the pits and they were straight up onto the bank to get up to see what Ollie's going to give them. So yes, there's definitely some friendly rivalry out there on the track, KB. This is absolutely fantastic to see as we look at the superb performance from Ollie Silverton and Jetsprint as they absolutely fly around this course here in the PSP racing vessel as he comes back through the middle of the course, bounces through the washing machine part. This is going to be a great time of 44.351 and straight into P1.
By roughly a second and a half as well. So Ollie Silverton really putting his stamp on qualifying round number 5 and saying, righto guys, this is what I'm capable of. You could really hear that engine absolutely screaming to its nth degree, and under the control of Ollie Silverton, it is a beautiful thing to watch.
Yes, of course, but we've still got 2 more to run. Tim Coleman and Dylan Matthews, and then of course we've got Paddy and Jay Hayden as well. So anything can happen with 2 to go, folks. Keep your eye on this beautiful boat that changes colour in the when it comes past you. These guys will be chomping at the bit to get a good time as well, KV.
Yeah, look, this boat with Tim Coleman at the helm just not quite got that engine development or the money thrown at it, if you like. So Tim Coleman coming out and looking a lot more confident as the day has worn on. They won't be able to get down to the times that Ollie Silverton, Sean Rice and Ross Travers have been posting, but they will be solid mid-fleet. And so then there's the race for the top, then there's the race for the middle, and nobody wants to race to the bottom.
That's dead right, mate. Nobody wants to be down there knocking on that door, that's for sure. Look at the smooth lines these guys bring through the bottom of the course. Still a wee bit hesitant. You can hear a little bit of, hear them holding off. There's not rolling that throttle as the other guys did earlier on. But he's lets it go down the back. Nice tight line into the bend as he comes back through the course. Oh, this is pretty to watch, KV. Pretty to watch. This is going to be, it's not going to be a tight time. We're looking now 48.628. So
that's their best time of the weekend. So really coming on song. As we said, not quite the power of the guys in 1, 2 and 3 of Ollie Silverton, Sean Rice and Ross Travers, but certainly doing very, very well for the power that this boat puts out. We've still got Paddy and Jay Hayden in the Ryko Heron Construction Chaos vessel, the B drive for this boat. So interestingly, Ross Travers still down on the trailer in Radioactive, having a look into the engine bay there with his son Shane. Amanda Kiddo, the navigator, looking into the back of that one as well. So I'd love to be able to just be a fly on the wall. Actually, couldn't be a fly on the wall. You get blown away in the wind today.
You would,
down here.
And there's no walls.
Good point. And up the top, it was quite warm up the top up there. So we've got a fantastic crowd
here.
Mate.
A bit closer to the sun up there.
Oh, is that what it is? Right, no worries at all. So we've got Paddy Hayden now coming out. Normally we see him in an unlimited superboat. Has been a Group B national champion before. Superboats last year, decided to take a bit of a year off. Stewie Latham said, mate, come and help me dial this boat in. I want to learn from your experience. Paddy said, right, okay. No worries at all. This is what we'll do. So,
and of course, not only that, he gives his lovely partner Jay a seat in the Navy's chair for Valentine's Day.
How special.
How special is that?
So Paddy Hayden out there at the moment in this Stinger boat. So this boat, well, a few years old now, but it is a brand new engine package in there, and it is looking the goods at the moment. I dare say that boat owner Stuart Latham is very happy with the way that this boat is handling, the way that it is operating out on course at the moment. So Paddy and Jay Hayden, Paddy after a big crash at Wanganui, A-OK from the Quacks to get out there and have a crack. So Paddy Hayden really laying the bow of that boat around that top island.
Look at the animation from Jay as just about overdid it as he bounced through there. Still going to pick up a great time though of 49.022, but not quite the 44.351 of Ollie Silverton. He stays in P1.
So that will round out qualifying round number 5 for our Group A category. We are resetting our clocks to get set to go qualifying round number 5, unlimited style.